Yo, what up, YouTube? YouTube. It's your boy, Mr. Outliner. Look, I'm back. I just want to show y'all a little bit more about down fading and the benefits of it and not making a guideline in order to help you fade better if creating guidelines is giving you a problem, right? So to master this, you just work in reverse, basically. So right here, I have a two guard, and I'm kind of just knocking down the bulk on the side. And like I said, what you really want to do is you're working from the highest to the lowest, right? It sounds like a task, but it's really not that hard once you get used to it. And even me on this video, I don't normally down fade. So it's an adjustment for me too. So bear with me, but I'm gonna walk you through the steps and you can see everything even when I need to go correct something. So in this video, you get to see a little bit about, you know, how to correct some stuff or, the process, my mental thoughts, right? So I took the two guard, I brought everything down on this side, and now I'm coming back with the one guard right here, right? I'm using the one guard, but I'm keeping it lower than I went with my two guard. You see, I was up really high with my two guard. I was up right by the Parada Ridge. I was right up there by it, but now I'm a little bit under it, right? And you could have choose to use a 1.5 here. I didn't, but I used the one, and I'm using the corner of the blades. And everything that we do here, we start with our lever open and we gradually close it, right? Until we can't use it anymore. So the key is also to, as you're working from the highest guard down, the other key is to stay lower than the highest place that you went, right? So stay a little bit under there. So it's no need for me to go into the dark area with this one guard, right? So be consistent with your strokes. Be consistent, like have a visual in your mind of how high you want to go, right? And where you want to keep the fade at, right? So that's all we doing right here. And then next after this, we come back and we use our zero guard. Now the zero guard, we do the same thing and we keep it lower than we did with our one guard, right? Now, the thing about down fading and no guidelines, it takes you to make a few extra strokes. It take a little extra time just to make everything come together. But I guarantee you, once everything comes together, you'll start liking it a little better or it'll help you understand fading that much more, right? Also, just remember to use the corner of the blade all the time, right? You see me using it, I'm just using the corners. I'm using my comb to knock off the excess hair. I'm using two hands all the time, right? Either I'm holding the head, I'm combing the hair away, brushing the hair away, whatever you want to do. But make sure you're using both hands most of the time. Now, after we done with our zero guard, we come with no guard at all. Remember, lever is open and we stand lower than we did before. So now we getting down to the point to where it's like balding, like kind of like where you would first start your guidelines at or something like that. But now we getting down to that point, and now we just cleaning the bottom, right? Cleaning the bottom. So the fade is coming together. It's not quite all the way together. I'm gonna have to knock some bulk off around the top part up there to make everything blend in, and you'll see me do that a little later in the video. So right now, I'm just focusing on knocking the hair off the bottom, making sure I went through all my steps. Now, as I went through all these steps, like I said, you'll come back and you'll see corrections because if you're not used to doing it this way, you might see some things that when you check your homework, it's like checking your homework. You check your haircut, make sure everything is the way you want it. But right now I'm doing the lineup, and these are the new sabers with the new one guard, well, one blade on them, and these things cut amazing. I can make crispy lines without any enhancements. You see this right here. You see me on the C cup making sharp lines right here. So as I'm doing these lines, the C cup, I realized that, oh, okay, I could fade this a little more. I could do this a little more. So we was having a real good conversation about something. So I wasn't totally 100% focused when I was doing the video. But like I said, I realized it and I went back and I fixed it. Now, after I finish with the lineup, and like I said, you can see the lineup is natural. What I want to do is, like I said, I want to remove some of that bulk. I'm going to fade his sideburn, the beginning of his sideburn. I'm going to blend that in to the faded area. But like I said, right here, you just want to knock off the bulk. You can see certain parts, and if you see anything more like I did, then you come back and you touch that up. So like I said, at this point, it's all about detail and touch up at this point, because some things the guards just don't are not able to do, especially if he didn't cut his hair down. But you see the transition from when I didn't use any guidelines, right? I still was able to get a transition that was needed without making a guideline, right? And that's pretty much just to help you understand the basics of haircutting. Also, it's there to help you understand how to keep a fade in place or not to go up too high or something like that. It gives you some type of control, right? And sometimes you need a little bit of control. So like I said right here, I'm fading out the tip of his sideburn. And I'll even go back in a little bit on the fade and touch it up a little bit more in the corner right above his ear, the little dark area, but you get the gist of it. You can see how the fade is starting to sit, and then you just do the same thing on the other side. But this is a way to do a haircut without using guidelines. It might take you a while to perfect it, as anything that you do with haircutting, but with enough practice, can be very effective, right? This could be very useful. It will really even probably cut down on your haircut time once you learn this, how to do it, right? Because even with me doing it this way, and it's not my typical thing, I kind of actually like it. And I think if the more I do it, the better I get with it. So yeah, I wanted to show y'all that, because sometimes in barbering, you just want to try new stuff. I've been doing stuff the same way so many years, right? But anyway, that's the end of the video. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. You know how we do it. Until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. I'm out.